Hey, pastor and church leader, my friends, I'm making this video for you, and I know I probably don't have the best stuff to be able to do this, but I felt that I should put something out in absence of anything else. Now, if you have something that's better, more power to you. Feel free to share it in the comments field so that other folks would be able to build their competency in this area of trying to put video online. And let me say to you, especially to our pastors and church leaders, your congregation needs you right now. They need to be able to see your face, to hear your voice, to know that you're there to encourage them. This is the closest thing we can get to face during this time. And from my own experience in my workplace, this is the best that I can come up with that I want to be able to share with you. So this is a quick video, really just to show you some of the things that I've done and what I've learned. And my hope is that you'll be able to build upon this to do something even better than what I've done. If you haven't already seen my YouTube channel, it's basically just my name, and that's where this video is being sourced from. And what I would encourage you to do is I actually have one message out there. I'm going to be putting some more things out there as well as devotions. And my hope is that you take what I have and use them for your church if you, in absence of you being able to do something. But let me show you very quickly what's possible to do. And so the first thing you need to do, and I know it's very biased in this way, but you really need a Gmail account. To make this work right, you need a Gmail account. Now, I know most of you actually do have a Gmail account, and that's great. Some of you will have to dust yours off and find that password and figure out how to use it again. And the reason why I say use a Gmail account is because once you have that Gmail account, you automatically then have an account on YouTube. And so that's how I'm able to post my videos on YouTube. It's all because of the Gmail account that we have. Okay, and so I want you to consider that and make sure that you then, most likely you either have an Android or iPhone. But in both cases, you can download the YouTube app through your app store. Once you've done that, let me show you what you can do so that you can get online immediately. Okay, and that is if you want to do something live on Sunday or you want to do something during the week, this is how you're able to post yourself online through video immediately. First of all, you want to then go to the YouTube app, and as you go to that YouTube app, what you'll see, you can record directly to it. And so I have here in this left panel, you'll see once the app opens that there's this camera looking thing here. Just click on that. Once you click on that, you'll then be presented with another screen, which is for recording. Okay, so you click on the record. And when you click on the record, it's just like on your smartphone when you're trying to videotape something on your smartphone. It'll show you the screen with a little red circle button that you can then record. Now, just a couple of things that I wanted to point out. As you record yourself, the thing that you want to keep in mind is rather than using portrait, the way you normally hold your phone, turn it landscape. The reason that you want to turn it landscape is you want to get the full effect of it so that it doesn't look like you're in prison. Okay, you've seen a lot of those types of videos. So that's why where if you turn it landscape, you'll have a better presentation. It could be more engaging for your congregation, your audience. The other thing is you might even, as you can see what I'm doing now, take a couple of steps back. Okay, so what you want to be able to show is at least your upper body. You don't want to just be able to show your head, and I've seen some people where it just shows their eyes. Okay, take a couple steps back, not too far back, enough so they can see the top portion of your body. If you're too far back, then what happens is you look very distant in terms of your communication. Okay, so record yourself. You can go live this way using the YouTube app, and you'll be able to then present yourself to your congregation. Now, most likely what happens is after you click record and then you stop the recording, what it'll do is it'll ask you the title and some other information to help find your YouTube video. And then what you'll be able to do is you can then search for it either on your PC or on your phone. Usually there's a web address for your specific video. Take that, send it to your congregation, and they'll be able to see you on video. So that's one way that you can do it. But perhaps you want a more refined approach. You want to be able to like put in Bible verses, or be able to not have something so real time. You want to be able to polish it up a little bit. Let me show you a couple of ways to do that. One is, if you look then, is you probably still want to use YouTube as your vehicle, but you want to be able to upload that vehicle. So I'm just going to show you a simple way that you can edit yourself on video. Perhaps you want to be able to cut out certain sections, or you want to cut out the front and the back, okay? And you're like me, you want to be able to present yourself rather than just holding the phone. Okay, and the way that you would be able to do that is, I'm going to show you right now, is you take out your phone. Well, I have my Android phone here, and you do exactly what you normally do when you're taking video, okay? And remember, rather the better resolution usually on the phone is the camera on the outside, not the one on the inside. So turn the camera, you know, there's a little icon usually, you might have figured that out. Click on that icon so that it's presenting the camera on this side, not on this side. And this is as simple as what I do. If I wanted to be able to take video from my phone, is I would then take the video, or take the phone, and find something to prop it up with. And you want it at a height that's roughly about eye level, that you can see right here. Okay, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy. All it's got to do is be able to prop this part up and allow the camera to be visible. And so I can use something like this, set it up. I would actually start the recording first, set it up, so unfortunately it's going to get all that, and then center yourself about this far apart. I want to say about 3 feet from the camera, and then just start talking. Once you finish, grab the smartphone, turn it off, and then what you'll have, or what you'll see is it'll have handles. For most of our smartphones, you actually can edit within that app itself, the camera app itself. So let me show you right here, is that you record on your phone, okay, and this is in the case of an Android phone, you would then squeeze the handles so that it gets rid of the part of you putting the phone down, taking the phone off. You can actually grab these handles and squeeze them in, and once you got it to a point where it's a finished video, or somewhat finished video, you can then save a copy. When you save that copy, what you'll end up doing is going back to that YouTube app, and you could then go into where so you see how there's a video here. It'll actually show up down in here. You click on that, you put in the parameters that it needs, it uploads the video right there. Now, most of you are probably looking at my videos and you're saying, how do you get that fancy effect where the PowerPoint fades in and out? And I've actually learned from work that by doing that effect, people are actually not turning away from the screen because they think you're actually looking at them. It gives them that type of effect. Okay, and the software that I use for that is called Adobe Presenter, and the specific software within Adobe Presenter is called Video Express, and that's where I'm able to manipulate all those different things. Now, you probably don't need something as fancy as that, okay? And what I would suggest is try to find a video editing software. Some of you in the old days used a software called Movie Maker, and surprisingly enough, that actually was the better program for that. In Windows 10 now, there is a video editor program, but it doesn't allow you to capture video. Okay, and so that's where something like Movie Maker was actually still a good program, because it was fast. It made it processed quickly in terms of the finished product. It put it in a format that was very small. And if you need that Movie Maker software, send me a comment, or for those of you who know my email address, send me an email and I'll give you a Dropbox link that you'd be able to download that software. It's really not available on the internet anymore. A couple of things I just wanted to close with is that you want to get yourself a good camera, and now it's really hard to get because I think a lot of the webcams are all sold out. So the one that I'm using here is a Logitech C920. And it actually has a pretty good microphone on it. What I also use is actually a separate microphone. It's a Yeti microphone, so it looks something like that. Okay. And again, these are probably products that are going to be hard to get now because everybody's trying to get them. But as I showed you earlier, if you use your smartphone, you'll be fine in doing it in that manner. The other thing you'll probably notice, I've got a lot of stuff in the background. Okay, and I'm probably over the top on that, but I feel that you also need to stimulate people's visual in the background. Otherwise, they're going to get bored and fall asleep. If all you're doing is just showing a white background. Now, like I said, I'm probably over the top and I've got too much stuff in the background. But my advice to you is at least have something in the background so they're not just seeing a white background behind you. Position yourself, position the camera, position your background, position the audio that you have, and you'll be good to go. If you need any help with either editing video or manipulating how to capture better, I would be honored to be able to help you out in that way. The other thing I want to show you, but I'm not going to do this in this video, is that you can actually take your PowerPoint. If you don't have fancy software like I have, if you want to take your PowerPoint and take your video and be able to integrate that all together, you can do that with PowerPoint. And I'll be able to show you that in another video, so you're going to have to stay tuned for that. But it has to be PowerPoint 2016 or higher. Okay, and so that's where you want to see if you can invest in getting yourself a copy of that. Again, send me a message offline and I'd be glad to help you. All I'm trying to do is just to help you during this time, because I really think during this opportunity that we have, it really is an opportunity. It's not so much a challenge. It's an opportunity for the church to go forward and to be able to broadcast its message in a way that we probably otherwise wouldn't have if we didn't have the pandemic, the challenge that we're having right now. So God bless. I trust that you're well and safe, and I hope this video has benefited you. Thanks for watching.